Okay. All right, you guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Clean my glasses, and we about to get popping. Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Lead Her Morning Show, where we talk about leadership, healing, self-love, discipline, and becoming the woman we are called to be. This is your time to reset your mind, grow, reflect, and start your day with intentions. Now, if you're in here, go ahead and comment good morning and where you're watching from. I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to do a small little recap of what we talked about yesterday. Yesterday we talked about becoming a leader. And becoming a leader, it was about before you become a leader, you have to learn how to lead yourself. It was giving you the first step or one-on-one of how to become a leader. You have to be a self-leader first. You have to know how to police yourself up. You have to know how to, where is my things? You have to know when to speak, when to operate in leadership, the wisdom, knowledge, and the understanding. You have to know those things in order to be a successful leader. Just having a bunch of followers and just having the right words to say does not make you a leader. Just because you put that uniform on or you put yourself together well, and maybe you speak well, that does not make you a great leader. A great leader is a person that knows how to lead themselves first, discipline first. So today we're going to talk about discipline over motivation. So welcome to the Lead Her Morning Show. Today we're talking about discipline over motivation. I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is motivation comes and goes, discipline stays. And why is that so? Motivation is something that you feel. Motivation overall is a emotion. It's how you feel in that moment to get you started, but discipline helps you stay. So motivation comes and goes, discipline stays. Most people are waiting to feel motivated before they start something. Now, what do we mean by that? Well, let me give you a couple of examples. Well, most people will say, I'll start working out when I feel motivated. Or I'll start the business when I feel motivated. Or I'll start waking up early when I feel motivated, or start eating better when I feel motivated. But the problem with motivation is an emotion. And a lot of people don't understand that. To be motivated, it's an emotions, and emotions change daily. So that's why you'll be motivated today and then you won't be motivated the next day. So until you understand that, you'll just feel like what most people do, they equate that not being motivated to, they'll add it up to being depressed or something must be going wrong. They find the wrong in the unmotivation, and instead of understanding it's an emotion, set your attentions. What are your emotions today? So that's how you get motivated. It's, checking your emotions. So becoming emotionally intelligent. That's how you check that. But since motivation is like an emotions and it changes every day, some days you feel excited, some days you feel tired, lazy, confident, or some days you just feel discouraged. And that's why, like we said, emotional. If you only work when you feel motivated, you will be inconsistent in your daily life, your whole life, okay? So let's talk about what discipline says. Now, discipline says, I don't need to feel like it. I'm going to do it anyway, right? Because discipline is an action. It is not an emotion. It is who you are. It is what you do. It's your structure. So motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. That's the difference. So just the same way, if I listen to a motivational speech or I listen to something motivational and I get myself up and I'm ready and I'm like, yes, it make me feel good. And then after that, video, podcast, whatever it is, book or whatever it is, once you're done, you're back to feeling a type of way because it did not do what you thought it would do. You thought it would get you going. No, that's the discipline. The motivation is emotions. The emotions are still there. Yes, you were motivated for a moment. Just like some people, you can go to church. You feel so good in church. You done laid it at the altar. You are done. But when you walk out that door, it is all back on you again. And then, we force ourselves to believe that, the enemy is waiting on us. It can't go into church because, that's where God dwells. So it waits on us, right? And then we start looking at everybody else like, oh, you're the reason I feel drained. And then when the doors are closed, lights off, and you're down and you're by yourself, you still feel the same. And the reason why you still feel the same is because it's you. You blamed everybody else except for checking your emotions. That's why I teach you guys about self-healing and self-love. Continue to follow me so you can learn things about yourself. And this is how you become self-aware and you heal that. You check that emotion. You treat motivation like an emotion. If you feel unmotivated, then do something about it. Meaning like, okay, that emotion, you feel sad, right? When you feel sad, cry, purge. That's why God created us to do that thing. And then you feel better. Same way with motivation. It's an emotion. Check that emotion. Okay? So, as we said, discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. That's what discipline is. That's the difference between discipline and motivation. Discipline is not about doing things when it's easy. It's about doing things when you feel tired, busy, when you're stressed, when you don't feel confident, you don't feel ready, you don't feel motivated, you just don't feel like it. Discipline have you doing it anyway. Okay? So anybody can do something when they feel like it. Anybody. When you feel like it, you can do everything. Like today, I'm going to do my training. I'm creating a program and do that training. Then I'm going to do my actual workout. Then I'm going to go out there and cut some grass. Then I'm going to go edge some stuff because that's what I do. And then I'm going to take a couple of my meetings because I feel like it. It's the discipline in me. It has to be done. So anybody can do something when they feel like it, but leaders do it when they don't feel like it. That's the difference. So discipline looks like this. Getting up when the alarm goes off. Baby, I'm still struggling. Okay. I get up to turn it off on snooze or something. Okay. Working out when you're tired. I'm going to do that. Right? Saving money saving the money when you want to spend it. I'm working on it. Okay? Working on your goals after work. That's that business. You don't want to work for the rest of your life for making somebody else millions and millions of dollars. You want to work for yourself. So after work, put that work into it. Because what we tell ourselves is, we talked about yesterday, I just don't have the time. I'm tired. I don't have the time. It's just too much going on. It's this, it's that. We blame everything except for self. So, no. And then this one right here, this is something that you have to work to. Staying calm when you're angry. Do you know how many people they don't get to experience the crash out mode that I used to be in? They don't get to experience that anymore. Because now I know who I am and whose I am, that I am an example and I can't be out here. Hey, love. Hey, welcome in. But I am the example. So I can't be out here just crashing out. So I have to stay calm when I'm angry because I'm learned how to check my emotions, become emotionally intelligent, meaning that I don't react anymore. I respond. I respond by taking a break. Hold on. Let me breathe. Let me think. I practice my ARPIE. That's what I created. Checks and balances. Checks and balances. Checks and balances. To acknowledge, release, practice, enter, explore, and empower. Now we're going to talk about that later though. Yes, I'm glad you caught it too. Yeah, you right on time. So anybody can do something when they feel like it, but leaders do it when they don't feel like it. So listen, what's another one? Finishing what you started. That's something that you learn to do once you go through the healing process and you become the better version of yourself and you strive to become that better version. What happens is you start seeing the importance of you, right? Meaning that how much you poured into other people and you never had enough time for yourself. You help other people build their businesses. You encouraged them. You shared their stuff. You put in the overtime. You took your own money to put in them. And they can't even write just under the comments and say just something like, hey, good job. I hit the share button. I hit the like button or nothing. No, they can't do that. But you did all of these things. But once you go through the healing process and the healing journey, you realize that, no, I need to finish what I start. You'd be surprised how much you procrastinated on your own, in your own life, but you poured into everybody else's life. You wanted to see people win. You thought that was the right thing. You thought that was the right thing. Like, I'm not a hater, I'm going to help you. You thought that was the right thing. No, it's not. Right? I didn't say be a hater. You're not going to be successful being a hater. If you want to be successful, don't be a hater. But what I'm saying is, yes, you poured into them and you wanted to see them win, but that wasn't your job. Your job was to see them as an example so you can stay focused and do what you have to do, pour into yourself just as much as you pour into someone else. So as you go through the healing journey, you learn how to finish what you started. So discipline is choosing your future over your feelings. Emotions are what? Motivation is emotions. Motivation is emotions. It changes. It goes up and down. So discipline is choosing your future over your feelings. I'm going to stay at this. I'm going to stay consistent. I'm not worrying about being motivated. Yeah, today I ain't going to be motivated to work out, but I'm going to stay consistent because my future goal, who I see myself to be, who I'm becoming. Yeah, that's about to be a thing. Thank you for the follow, you guys. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. I ask that you continue to follow and share, okay? So your life is a reflection of your habits. Also, if you're new here, you need a notebook. I give homework. Every platform that I teach on, I give homework. So let's talk about it. Your life is a reflection of your habits. If somebody wants to know what your life will look like within a year, you don't have to look at their goals. If I wanted to know what your life is going to look like in a year, I don't have to look at your goals. I'm going to look at your habits. All I need to do is see your habits. Your habits is going to tell me what your life is going to be like in the next year. Your habits will determine your health, money, confidence, knowledge, mindset, your success, and your future. I know y'all think like, man, she's a mind reader. How's she know my future? Well, look at your habits. Don't tell me, oh, I got goals. I'm gonna drop this weight and I'm going to do this. But you choose not to show up for yourself. You use excuses. Now, if you wake up late every day, spend money every day, eating unhealthy every day, don't exercise, scroll on your phone for hours, avoid responsibility, or quit when things get hard, those habits are building your future. I'm going to be a multi-million business. I'm going to be a CEO. But you sleep in all day. You spend money when you don't have it. You eating unhealthy. You don't exercise. You scroll on your phone all day. You avoid responsibilities and you quit when things get hard. Now break that down to me. The math ain't mathin'. How are you going to get to the goals that you keep telling everybody? I'm going to be the CEO, multi-million-dollar businesses. I'm going to, get this workout program off and I'm going to get fitness going, and you do absolutely nothing all day. Those habits are building your future. Your life is not built by what you do once in a while. Do you understand? If you want to be successful in life, it's not built on what you do once in a while. It's about what is built every day. You have to be consistent in it every day. That's what discipline is. Every day. This is what you live. This is what you breathe. Let me explain something to you. You don't want to work for somebody for the rest of your life? Then okay, set yourself up to walk away. Listen, there's a lot of people out there, they get their plans, their 5-year plans, 2-year plans, 1 year, 3 year, whatever plan, and then they walk off the job and they pour into themselves. But if you're not trying to find the success, if you're too busy scrolling on your phone, following somebody and saying, hey, you know what? They got this little plan that if I just sell this stuff, I'll be a millionaire. If I just buy this ebook, I'll learn how to be a millionaire. If I do that, baby, I can sell you a dream and make myself a millionaire. Do you understand? If you're willing to take the shortcut, you're always going to fall short of everything that you want. At the end of the day, it's up to you. If you don't push yourself to want more, you're not going to have more. Your habits is going to build your future. So what are your habits? Change your habits. It's not that hard to step into healing, to become the person that God called you to be, or to become the person that you see yourself. It's not hard at all. It's all about pouring into yourself. Let me explain. I walked away. I had over 26 years of government service, right? Combined service with military and government. And I sat back and I said, okay, with all these changes that's going on, am I going to stay here? I'm going to be safe if I stay here, but I don't want to be here anymore. So I chose to walk away. I didn't just wake up and say, I want to walk away. This was a plan. This was a plan. This was a plan. And in that plan, I decided that this is not going to be my life forever. This is not going to be my life forever. In order for me to be successful, how about I pour into myself like I poured into everybody else? Do you know how many people I've helped with their rap career? Do you know how many people I helped to build a business that they totally poured nothing into? I took my own money to help them build their business. I took my own money to help them get their record label together. I took my own money to help everybody else to make sure that they weren't in debt or whatever it is. But I never took the time to pour it into myself. And then I said, you know what? This is my time. This is my time. And now that it is my time, I'm going to pour into myself the same way I poured into when I got up and went to work every day. Guess what? I got up, I put my makeup on, I put my shoe, my heels on, my purse matched my heels, my accessory matched everything, this, that. So now, if I can get up and do that for my job, why would I come on live in a bonnet? Why would I come on live less than what I would give someone else? No, this is me. This is my time. My habits now are, this is what I need to this is what I need to do to be successful. So no, I'm going to wake up on time. Baby, I hit snooze. Don't worry about it. I'm going to stop spending the money. I'm going to stop, eating unnecessary crazy foods because I'm a personal trainer. In order for me to get the clients, I got to bring them in. Do you understand? So I'm going to make sure I exercise. I'm going to make sure I pour into myself. I'm going to make sure that I'm not just sitting around scrolling all day. I'm going to be responsible. I'm not going to quit when things get hard just because of the fact I didn't make the millions of dollars. I didn't go viral yesterday. I'm not going to say I quit. No, you keep going. Thank you for the follow. Your habits are what build your future. Your life is not built by what you do once in a while. It's about what you do every day. Okay? So small habits, small daily habits change your entire life. How? Well, this is the thing. People try and change their whole life overnight. Hey, Andreas, people try and change. Thank y'all for the follow. Thank you for the likes, shares, and the follows. Listen, people try and change their life overnight, just real quick. They just get up one day because they're motivated. I told you motivation is emotions. That's what motivation is. So today they having a great day. They're motivated. They said, I'm doing this. I'm doing this. I'm going to do this right now, right? Okay. They feel good. Baby, they done went to the store. They done got them some lettuce. They done got everything to make the best salad in town. They watch what kind of meat they got. You know what? I ain't doing no pork. No, I ain't doing all that. I'm going to get all this, and they go grocery shop and get all this fruit, get all this vegetable, because today they feel good. Because today they woke up and said, I'm tired of being this size. I'm tired of eating unhealthy. I'm tired of not pouring into myself. Today is the day I'm going to change because they're motivated. Baby, they buy all that stuff. They eat a grape. Some of y'all, I'm going to even give you credit. You last a whole 48 hours snacking on your stuff because you got to show everybody, because you got to get that camera out, right? You got to make some content. This is what it looked like, what healing looks like. This is what's going on. You change the way you speak. Your friends call you like, hey, what you got going on? We're going to go to get some tacos. It's Taco Tuesday. We're going to get some drink. Girl, I don't do that no more. I don't do that no more because you know what? I learned doing my research, alcohol has a lot of sugar in it. I'm not doing that no more. I have to take better care of myself. And y'all need to do it too. Y'all need to get on this smoothie diet. Baby, when 72 hours come, that's like they fiending. Boy, I wish I did go get them tacos. I wish I did go do this because they don't have the discipline to keep them going. They're just motivated. See, motivation is an emotion. And in that day that they decided 48 hours ago that they decided I'm going to do better, they felt good. They felt good. But what happens when that feel good leaves? When that feel good leaves, all you have now is self without discipline. Self without discipline. So they try and change everything overnight. You can't change everything overnight. Even as a personal trainer, I tell people, they come to me like, I just need to go on a diet. First off, don't use the word diet. See, as a personal trainer, I teach you how to change your vocabulary, change the way you speak, right? It is not all about physical training. That's why I'm the Trinity of Fitness Bootcamp. Trinity of Fitness Bootcamp is about spiritual, mental, and the physical. You can't heal one without the others because let me explain something to you why. If you go and I train you physically, that's great. That's great. You look good, but your mental is jacked. Do you understand? Your mental is all jacked up because now you don't see yourself the way you think that you should look because now you're comparing yourself. I teach you how to heal spiritually, mentally, and physically. As I'm training you physically, I'm going to also be training you spiritually and mentally because you have to be grounded. If one is not grounded, you're constant. That's why a lot of gym rats, they stay gym rats because they're trying to achieve a goal. They keep looking at someone else trying to achieve a goal that they're already that. You don't want to be the person that's sitting around saying, man, I want to look like that. I make you see yourself and say, no, you are the person that people want to see. You, that when they see you, they're going to say, I want to look like that. Not you saying, I want to look like them. You have to know who you are. And that's what I teach you. So that's why I became a life coach, so I can train you holistically, train you all the way, whole body. So don't try and change it overnight. So when they say I'm going on a diet, no, you're not going to go on a diet. We're not going to talk about diets. We're going to talk about how about we do this? We change the way we eat. That's it. That's all you have to say. That's all you have to say. You have to rewire your brain because you were born and created. Your whole life been about survival mode. So now I'm teaching you how to become your true, authentic self, who God created you to be, right? That's what healing is about, getting you back to you. So now what I'm going to tell you is no, you're just going to change the way you eat. Or you can say, I'm eating healthier. I didn't say go take your cheeseburgers and you can't have your cheeseburgers because, baby, you've been eating cheeseburgers for a long time. So that's a habit we have to break. That's a habit we have to break because now your body knows that it's Wednesday. It's Big Mac day. But I'm going to teach you how to break it down. How about eat half the Big Mac? Matter of fact, just take the first layer of patty off and just get a cheeseburger. Let's break it down and make that Big Mac a cheeseburger. Because it's one of those things, yes, you could change right away. Yeah, you can. It is possible that you can change right away. It is very possible. But I don't believe in, and I make people understand that the change that you're trying to happen, you think if you cut all this out, you're going to achieve your goal right away. No, you're not. You're not. You didn't gain the 400 pounds overnight. How long you think it's going to take you to take it off? Now, that's what I teach because that's calming your nervous system. Because what happens is your body going to shock. When you just change everything at once, your body going to shock. Your mind is trying to figure out what's going on. It's kind of like, and I'm not being funny when I say this, being honest. So what I learned about autism is change. Change. You can't just, change. They have their routine, and interrupting that routine, it causes their mind, they freak out. The same way with our body. I don't care if you're not autistic or that. It's just the fact. When you change something about you, your mind and your body is trying to process, what do we do now? Because what we were we trained our mind to believe that, okay, if this is not there, then we have to have a substitute. If they ain't got this, I have to have a substitute. So let me explain to you. You hear people say, I'm manifesting a thing and I'm going to the universe and I'm manifesting a thing. Well, listen, you can't manifest something unless you believe it to be so. Ain't no such thing. Take manifestation away and look at a declaration. When you declare a thing, that means that you believe it to be so. So it's going to be so. So the same way when it comes to whatever you ask for and you want in life, you have to retrain your brain, rewire your brain to knowing that, hey, there is no substitute. If it's not this, then it's that. Then it's nothing. That's it, period. And that's what I teach you about healing, is learning how to stop substituting. Because when you substitute, what you're doing is, okay, well, I'll take that anyway. Okay, well, if they ain't got that, oh, okay. Well, if you treat me this way, it's okay. Or when somebody mistreats you or disrespects you, oh, it's okay. It's not okay. What are your standards? This is your standard, and you're going to stand on it. So the same way, hey, Dorian, so the same way that we sit and we say, okay, working out, I don't say working out, we're training. Because when you rewire your brain to say you're training, your brain is saying processing as, oh, snap, we got a goal and we got to meet that goal. Versus you tell your brain, I'm working out, your brain is processing, Lord, can we do something else? Instead of like doing push-ups, can we do something? You're automatically looking for a substitute. But if there's no substitute, if you're introducing the word training to your brain, it has nothing to put it to compare it to put it with, All it knows is the end goal is success, and it's going to be a goal. It's the end goal of success. That's it. That's all your brain knows. The end goal to success. I want to change the way, I don't want to go on a diet, I want to eat healthier. Your mind has already processed that, okay, we're going to be eating differently. It didn't shock it and say, oh, you can't have this, you can't have that, you can't. It just said we're going to be eating differently. It's what you say, what you speak. It's the way you process it. 1 second. Got to make sure that ain't my kid's school. I got a 13-year-old. It's the second born, baby. It's the second born. So, trying to change your whole life overnight, no. And because it'll cause you to quit. Now, real change look like this. Let's talk about some different pointers I gave you for real change. Reading 10 minutes a day. Walking 20 minutes a day. Drinking more water. Writing goals every morning. You're welcome. Saving a little money every week. Going to bed earlier. Waking up earlier. Writing in a journal. Praying or meditating daily. Or learning something different. That's what that looked like. That's what real change looked like. And any platform that you follow me on, guess what you get? You get journaling homework, you get meditation homework. So if you don't have a notebook, y'all better go get a notebook, okay? And if you missed this or you need to come back to it later, I will have it housed over on my YouTube. My YouTube is Chat with Coach Nye. So go ahead, subscribe over there and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload a new video. So listen, it's small habits. Small habits don't look powerful. Small habits don't look powerful in one day. But baby, in 30, 60, 90, or even maybe a year, your life can look completely different just by the small habit change. That's it. Okay? So discipline builds confidence. Thank y'all for the likes, shares, and the messages. If you haven't followed, go ahead and follow. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is the Lead Her Movement morning show. Every morning I give you a class, a leadership course, okay? So most people think confidence comes first. Discipline builds confidence. But most people think that the confidence comes first. You have to be confident to do. Nope. You have to be disciplined. Let me explain something. Let's just talk about when I very first started going live. I wasn't confident at all. I was just out here just doing it. But my discipline said I'm going to do this every day because eventually I'm going to get good at it. You know, I don't want to be in the camera. I was the behind the scenes person. All the wisdom I have, but it's behind the scene. Meaning that if you book a consultation with me, if you book me as the life coach, or if I'm personal training you, then you get the life coach session with me as well. That's where that came. Okay. So the confidence came later. I had to build up to the confidence. I just stayed disciplined on I'm going to do this every day. And that discipline looked like, okay, I know I'm going to stutter. I know I'm going to be tripping over my words. I know that I'm going to say a lot. I know these are things that I have to get out my system because I have to get comfortable, right? I have to be confident in myself. In order to be confident with myself, I have to keep practicing because it's not like I wasn't smart enough. It's just the fact that now I'm being judged by people. See, that's the worst thing in the world. So what I had to learn is screw people. God is the only one that can judge me. And yes, in the beginning, they're all going to laugh at you. Yes, in the beginning, they're going to talk about you. Yes, in the beginning, everybody's going to have something to say. They're going to have group text messages. They're going to talk about you behind your back. They're going to do all these things. They're going to make fun of you. They're going to do all that. In the beginning, that's how it happens. But you allow that to happen because in the long run, what you laughing at now? Now you want to be a follower. Now you want to understand. Now you in my inbox. Hey, can you show me how to work out? Can you show me how? You know, what about that workbook? What about your book? What about, can you help? I'm just so down. Yes, you go to tofbootcamp.com. You book you a training session, whatever it is that you need, because you are a client now. You're not a friend, because a friend would have helped me build this. You are a client. Yes, you want my book? My book is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart website. That's where it is. That's how it goes. You understand? So I had to build up that confidence and get away from what people thought. So most people think, as we said, confidence comes first. They think when I feel confident, then I'll start. I would have never started do you understand? You have to start somewhere. As a leader, I'm teaching you how to be a leader. Listen, one thing about me, I have followers, right? I have over 10,000 some followers, but I develop leaders. I'm going to teach you how to become a leader. I'm going to teach you how to step into your purpose. See, you follow me, I pour into you. Iron sharpens iron, because once I sharpen you, then you're going to go sharpen the next. That's how that goes, right? But I had to start somewhere of being confident enough to put this out here. It's not even about me. You have to believe in me. But you can't believe in me if I don't believe in myself. So if I was waiting on to feel confident, then I'd have never started. It actually works the opposite. So how it works is confident comes from, listen, I gave you a couple. Keeping promises to yourself. I said, okay, I'm going to keep going live. I'm going to keep going live. Finishing what I started. Okay, yes. Okay, I started it. Now let me create something new, right? Doing hard things. That was hard for me. Doing hard things. Being consistent and showing up every day. But for you, right? Because as we talked about yesterday, leadership. Before you can lead a family, a business, a friend, or anything, you have to learn to lead yourself. Show up every day. Doing what you said you would do. Nothing irks me more than when someone say they're going to do something and they don't do it. I am who I say I am. I do what I say I'm going to do. So every time you do what you say you would do, your brain starts to trust you. You have to rewire your brain, because this is what you're used to. Oh yeah, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go do that. That alarm go off. And what your brain says, we have to do this. But we can do this. Because throughout the years, you gave your brain access to the but. Okay, when I don't feel like doing this, this is what I usually do. So your mind always trying to filter out or find or connect to familiar territory. So you're used to saying you're going to do something, you're not going to do it. So what do you end up doing? Go back to bed. Okay, I don't want to go back to bed. Now your mind is processing. Okay, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? What else do you do? Okay, why don't you go do this? Now all of a sudden you got the ADHD. You're running around. You start one thing, then you go do the next. You get the laundry, put it in the laundry basket, you take it to the laundry room, don't even put it in there. Go to the refrigerator, pull the bacon out. You never even cook the bacon. Now you're in your bathroom cleaning toilets. Now you come back to the kitchen like, why I got this bacon out? I ain't even hungry no more. Then you go back to the laundry room like, oh, I got all this laundry. Let me go upstairs and get these blankets. Then you never do anything because your mind is trying to process what you need to do off of every time that you said you was going to do something, you didn't do it. You thinking like, oh man, and then you look around and nothing's done. But you're wore out because your mind has been working. Your mind said, okay, usually when you do this, you say you're going to do laundry because you never finish that. Do laundry, you end up going to the bathroom. Now you go to the bathroom. That's where that ADHD come from. Hey, little bit of lot. Welcome in. Good morning. That's what happens. So we're rewiring our brain. And we're rewiring our brain so we can know exactly what it is that we need to do. We're going to finish what we started. We're not giving our brain another option because we're going to trick it. We're about to do something and say, okay, I said I'm going to the car dealership at this time. Get up and go to the car dealership at that time. Guess what your brain said? Wait a minute, this is something new. We doing what we said we're going to do. But you're adding another category, right? And that is so, to do what you said you're going to do. Truth, integrity, accountability. You're adding a whole new category to your mind. So now you added that category. So now every time that you say you're going to do something, your brain has all these different categories to go to, and it can go to, or just do it, get it over with. Just do it and get it over with. And then your brain will start to trust you and say, you know what? You know what? You said you was going to do it. Do it. There is no other options. Do it. Your brain is going to process everything that will go wrong if you don't do that, instead of everything else that you can do. Sorry. I hope I explained that to you good. So every time you do what you said you're going to do, your brain starts to trust you. Now, confidence is built by keeping promises to yourself. And keeping promises to yourself, which is discipline. Keeping promises to yourself is discipline. That is what it is. So discipline doesn't just change your habits. Discipline changes how you see yourself. I don't know. I feel like I got too many teeth in my mouth this morning. I don't know what's going on. Can't get the words out. I start using I got a liner. So when your teeth straighten out, baby, your whole accent change, everything changed. The way your tongue move when you talk is different now. So, so this is very important. Listen to this. Self-esteem and self-respect don't come from, listen to me. Self-esteem and self-respect does not come from social media links, social media likes, compliments, attention, looking good, buying things, and other people's approval. We have to rewire our brain. To feel confident and self-esteem, it does not come from social media likes, compliments, attention, or looking good, or someone just admiring you, or other people's approval. You know why? Because if I was to come on here and teach this class and nobody's liking, nobody's in, is that going to make me less of who I am? I'm not going to take, social media and turn that into, oh man, I must not be good enough. I've been doing this all this time. What is social media going to tell me? Do you understand? I will come on live and there will be 0 people in this room and I'm still going to teach because who needs to hear will hear. I don't care if it's 2 people. If you were meant to hear, you're going to hear. I'm not for everybody. I'm for the people that set apart and set aside for me because we have something in common. I'm teaching something that you may need. Okay? So always remember that your self-esteem and your self-respect does not come from social media, all the likes or all the views and different things like that, or the compliments or other people are buying things. Self-respect comes from how you treat yourself. That's what Trinity of Fitness Bootcamp is all about. Me teaching you how to love on yourself, self-love and self-awareness, right? And self-healing. I teach you that. Thank you, Omar, for the follow. Thank you so much. So self-respect comes from how you treat yourself. When you break promises to yourself, when you quit everything that you start, you avoid responsibility, you make excuses, you stay in bad habits, you don't care about your body, you waste your time, and you don't work on your goals. Listen, self-respect comes from how you treat yourself. When you do all those things, you start to lose respect for yourself. Yes. When you break promises to yourself, quit everything, avoid responsibility, make excuses, stay in bad habits, don't take care of your body, waste time, and don't work on your goals, you start to lose self-respect for yourself. You can't blame it on anybody else. You can't say, well, they did this to me. No, it's you. Oh, they made me feel real low. No, you made you feel real low. That's the part about healing, is that dark night of the soul is you versus you. That's the healing. The whole purpose of healing is getting you to your true authentic self. So the survivor mode, you and your true authentic self, you versus you. When you stop pointing the finger and blaming like, oh, they made me feel like this. They played in my face. They did this to me. They made me feel less than. No, it's you because you didn't have the self-respect and the self-love for yourself that allowed them to do those things. Now, you start to lose self-respect of yourself, but when you wake up early, when you work out, these are just examples. When you keep your word, when you save money, when you work on your goals, learn new things, stay consistent, do hard things. When you stay saying that I'm not going to deal with these type of people anymore and you stay away from those type of people, you start to respect yourself because you understand and know who you are and whose you are. You understand that your time is valuable. Do you understand your time, your energy is currency? You too busy trying to get a paycheck from someone else. You too busy trying to make money. You too busy trying to hustle. When all along your money is your energy. If you got good energy, everything will come to you. Everything that you need flows to you because now you're open, right? You understand, you can hear God, you can see, you can hear clearly, see clearly, hear God, make sound decisions, right? You can do these things now because you understand your energy. That's why I say I'm already rich. I don't have to have the tangible money. The tangible money is of the enemy. Yes, I need the tangible money to pay my bills. And yes, that's what I do. But to have it, I got to have it. I got to have it because it gives me status. That gives me nothing. because I'm equating my self-respect to I got to have a lot of money. If I don't have a lot of money, then I'm no one. That's crazy. I have a lot of energy, baby. I'm everything. You better get up off me. My energy is good. So discipline is self-respect in action. Now we're going to get into the ARPIE for the ones that's new. If you don't have your notebook, get your notebook because you got homework. Now, discipline is self-respect in action. So the ARPIE, as I told you guys, is the 5 pillars of the foundation for the Trinity of Fitness Bootcamp. Trinity of Fitness Bootcamp is your spiritual, mental, and your physical, right? So that is where I teach you how to heal that. Now, the foundation of it is the ARPIE, where you do checks and balances and everything that you do. If you want the quick reference card of the ARPIE, go to my website, tofbootcamp.com. It is in the shop. All you have to do is download it. It is $0. So it says, where am I inconsistent? Oh, before I get into it, let me explain what ARPIE is. So ARPIE is to acknowledge, release, practice, enter, explore, and empower. You check yourself by you acknowledge what the issue is. You release any negative self-talk or thoughts. You practice whatever it is you need to practice. If you need to practice the breathing method, if whatever you need to do to bring yourself back to present time. Inner explore is the self-reflection, meaning that what did I do? What part did I play in this situation? And then to empower yourself. You don't need anyone else to tell you. You got this. You're doing it. I'm teaching you how to do it for yourself. Got it? Thank you for the follow. It is so important for you to know that you can do this on your own. So let's jump into what your ARPIE is for today. A for acknowledge. Where am I inconsistent? Where am I inconsistent? You can write it in a chat or you can write it in a journal. You can do whatever you want. R for release. Release procrastination. We're not procrastinating no more. No. You are going to love and pour into yourself. You're going to treat you like you treat others. You're going to treat you like you treat somebody that you love wholeheartedly. That's how you're going to treat you. People practice. Do one task you've been avoiding today. Okay? And inner explore is, what do I keep avoiding? Do a self-reflection. What is it that you keep avoiding? And why? This is how you heal. Get to the root of it. The why is the root. E for inner explore. E for empowerment. Child, I am disciplined. That's what I want you to remind yourself all day today. I am disciplined. Thank you for the follow, Runaway. I am disciplined. Now listen to me. Okay? So with those ARPIEs and this homework that you're going to do today, I want you to really pour into yourself. Now, I've taught a 31-day inner transformation course on different ways of healing yourself. That is on my YouTube. My YouTube is Chat with Coach Nye. Under the playlist, 31-day inner transformation. I got a lot of playlists over there. So if you want to learn some stuff, go on over there and watch those videos on your downtime. Just turn it on and just go to work, child. So discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect. Every time you do what you say you would do, you build confidence, you build respect, thank you, and a better future. Yes, go on over there. Okay? So get your notebook. Here is your journaling prompt. Where do I need discipline? Then I want you to meditate on, focus on your discipline. That's what I want you to focus on. That's what I want you to meditate on. Focus on discipline. And then homework. I want you to wake up earlier tomorrow. Yikes. All right, we're about to do our declaration. So let's do it together. Y'all repeat after me. Discipline builds my life. I am disciplined. I do what needs to be done, even when I don't feel like it. My habits are building my future. I respect myself enough to stay consistent. Discipline is changing my life. So now that we're declaring that thing, that means it is so. You believe it. And that's what you're going to live by. Now, your scripture for today is 2 Timothy 1:7. So it reads, God gives believers a spirit of power, love, and self-discipline, or a sound mind, rather than a spirit of fear or timidity. Timidity means fear of the unknown or unfamiliar, or fear of making decisions. Okay? So that is your scripture. If you missed this class, it will be on YouTube. Chat with Coach Nye. Listen, this is the Lead Her Movement morning show that will be weekdays daily here on TikTok, and I will house them over on YouTube. My YouTube is Chat with Coach Nye. 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. So also every Thursday I'm doing the God's Plan leadership through the book of Daniel. Right? That is a whole nother course. If you want to catch up with it, my podcast is Chat with Coach Nye. Chat with Coach Nye is my podcast. Chat with Coach Nye is my YouTube. On YouTube, I'm teaching the Power Within leadership course. That's every 2 weeks. Then I'm also teaching every Sunday. I'm teaching a study about women through the Bible, the leadership through the Bible. Of the women of the Bible. And so that's where you'll learn that. Okay. So all of that is on YouTube. Everything that I teach will be housed on YouTube. Just check out the playlist. It is Coach with Chat. I just went all backwards. My YouTube is Chat with Coach Nye. I also have a group me where you can text and join the group. I put homework there. If you need immediate access to me, you can come through Group Me, and it's Chat with Coach Nye. Everything that you need to know about me is in my link tree. Now, I ask that you subscribe to my YouTube and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I put new videos out. Also, I ask that you subscribe to my website. My website is tofbootcamp.com. Subscribe there so you can get thank you so much. Subscribe there so you can get up-to-date information on everything that I got going on. If you need life coaching session, it is there on my website. If you need workout programs, they're on my website. Just go ahead and book. And I'm back to my specials of the first 30 minutes. You book a consultation, I'll give you your first life coaching session for free. Now, don't come to me talking about some, well, I was just thinking we just do another consultation. Don't come playing with me now. So go ahead, book a consultation if you don't know what you're looking for, or if you just want a general life coaching session with me, book a consultation over there. Also, the reason why I need you to subscribe to my website is because I have a network coming out, which is the LeadHER Movement Network. And that's where everything will be housed in that one place where we will meet and have a healthy tribal community. Okay. I don't do communities, right? I don't like the word communities because community says this, that there are a lot of people that come to one area for information, but they're never there to help each other out. A tribe comes together in that area and they build a family and connection, right? They understand that one can't lead without the other. They sharpen each other iron. That's why I say it's a tribe. So I think that's everything. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. If you haven't followed, go ahead and follow. Oh, your weekly homework. So every week I do weekly homework assignments, and I post them here on TikTok. Now they look like regular videos, and a lot of people don't know that they're actually homework, something that you can do, right? To work on yourself. So I have a playlist here, and it's called the weekly homework assignments. You guys can check that out. Or the latest video is it's a video of people in the subway, and the frame in the back is the actual homework assignment. So I try and just do it unique, different types of ways. So everywhere you meet me at, you will have homework. So make sure you have a notebook, be ready to learn. And even on my podcast, I have the we did the Book of Daniels, and then I did Proverbs, 31 Day Through Proverb Journey Leadership Course. So yeah, go check it all out. Listen, you can't help but learn from me because I told you I'm a leader that pour into others. I don't just have followers. I develop leaders. That is my job. I'm going to be the coach to save the world. How do I save the world? By teaching you guys how to heal. Now I got to get ready for my training. It's outdoor training. So I may put some videos up of me doing some training out there. It's like a military calisthenic program that I'm creating. So I'll go out there and do that. And I think that's everything. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to talk about stop self-sabotaging. That's going to be the class that I'm going to teach tomorrow in the Lead Her Movement Morning Show. I thought this was a cool thing to do. So I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, 9:30 Central Time. Listen, I enjoyed you guys. Thank you for the likes, shares, and follows. Remember, if no one told you today, I'm telling you now, I love you and I am so proud of you. Remember to pour into yourself before you pour on others. And thank you so much, Runway, for sharing the live. Go check out my YouTube, Chat with Coach Nye, so you can get the training that you need. Coach Nye out. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, my book. My book is Trinity Walk to Self-Love. It is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Walmart website. I think that's everything now. All right. Thank you for the